When I was 18, I found a little son by the roadside that no one else cared about. I gave everything I had to warm her up, but I could never thaw her ice-cold heart. It wasn't until her true love showed up that it finally hit me. She wasn't born cold at all. It's just that her warmth was never meant for me. The day I decided to let go, I told her a lie. I said I'd be right back, and after I turned around, I never showed up again. 7 years flew by in the blink of an eye, and we ran into each other on a film set. Already the biggest A-list actress, she grabbed the lead actor she was filming with and said, "I'll be right back." "Where the hell did you go?" I instantly got so nervous my palms broke out in a cold sweat. The new rising film queen Bianca Bai was standing just 15 feet behind me, and if I just turned around lightly, I'd be face to face with her, Miss Bai. The next scene is about reuniting with your ex, so please convey the emotions of lingering attachment and reluctance to let go. Bianca Bai let out a mocking scoff. Lingering attachment. I don't think that's right once he's already an ex-boyfriend. There's basically nothing left to be attached to. Her voice was still the same cold and distant tone from 7 years ago. In my 18-year-old youth, she used that exact voice to softly call my nickname over and over. The conversation behind me went on, but I didn't catch a single word Director Fu was saying. Only Bianca Bai's detached voice drilled itself crystal clear into my ears. As the very grass she was so clearly disgusted to graze on again, I made up my mind. I would absolutely not let her recognize me. I secretly thought to myself, once the shoot was over, we'd go our completely separate ways. Right at that moment, my coworker suddenly yelled my name out loud. "Xiaoyu, did you find the props yet?" The air behind me instantly went dead silent. In a panic, I ran away without even looking where I was going. The white bunny didn't chase after him. I secretly comforted myself, maybe she didn't hear it. And even if she did, she probably didn't care at all. During a break from setting up the soundstage, I seriously reminded my coworker, next time call me Xiao Fang. Don't call me Xiaoyu anymore, what's wrong? The name Xiaoyu sounds so nice, Xiao Fang sounds way more professional. Ha ha ha, alright Xiao Fang it is, ha ha ha. This was the very first film project I worked on as a director's assistant, and before I joined the crew, I already knew long ago that the lead actress was Bianca Bai. She's a top-tier second-generation star, who holds the best resources of practically half the entertainment industry. Not only is her background powerful, her acting is simply flawless too, and at just 25, she's already snagged 2 Best Actress awards. And as it happened, I just happened to be the first love hidden in her youth. I had gone back and forth about joining the crew, but in the end, I couldn't bring myself to give up such a rare career opportunity, and deep down I swore an oath. She absolutely cannot recognize who I am, because the second my identity is exposed, my entire career is completely finished because 7 years ago our breakup was incredibly ugly. In that cold-hearted breakup letter I wrote, "I've known for a long time you were a second-generation star. And I only got close to you to dig up dirt on your family. I never even liked that bratty girl. I like girls who are gentle and understanding. For the rest of our lives, no need to ever see each other again." The more carefree and firm those words on the letter were, the more broken and pathetic my figure was when I walked away. I had no way of knowing what Bianca Bai felt when she finished that letter, but I knew her personality all too well. She always held a grudge, and never showed mercy if she ever got the chance to get payback. My career would most likely be completely blacklisted. Bianca Bai is even more beautiful in person than on screen. Her genes are just way too strong. Well, look at who her parents are. The former film emperor and empress, so of course her looks are way beyond average. What I like most is her vibe. She's gentle and well-educated. In school, she must have been the campus queen for sure. Hearing that, I almost choked on my own spit. Bianca Bai was the campus queen. That statement couldn't be more wrong. When she was young, not only was she not the campus queen, she was the street boss everyone tried to avoid. I will never forget the image of the very first time I saw her. That day, the rain was pouring down, and pedestrians were rushing through the streets, but she sat there completely soulless, all alone by the roadside, not moving a single inch. It wasn't until I slowly walked closer to her that she slowly lifted her eyes, and her voice was fierce and ice cold. Get lost, I didn't turn around and leave. Instead, I opened up an umbrella and held it over her head. That scene right there was the very beginning of the story between me and Bianca Bai. I shook my head hard, forcing all those old memories right out of my mind. The soundstage was way too loud and chaotic, so I hid in the stairwell wanting just a moment of quiet. But the second I pushed open the stairwell door, I saw Bianca Bai standing there in the darkness. She stared at me with an ice-cold gaze, and the atmosphere was exactly like it used to be back then. The stairwell was dim and quiet, so I lowered my head and wanted to slip away silently. But Bianca Bai suddenly spoke up and stopped me. "So what kind of work do you do?" "Director's assistant, fresh out of school and already working as Director Zhang's assistant." "That's really impressive, thank you, Miss Bai." "How old are you, 25? "We're the same age, and you're actually calling me Miss Bai." "Director Fu also calls you Miss Bai, and he's 43 years old." "Then say it again, let me hear it." I forced myself to open my mouth. Miss Bai. In the darkness, I couldn't see Bianca Bai's expression clearly. I could only vaguely sense that the corner of her mouth had curved up, and it was a cold smile without a shred of warmth. My heart was crawling with dread, but at the same time, I held on to a sliver of hope. There's no way she recognizes me 7 years. I've completely transformed from that scrawny, sickly teenager back then into the fresh-faced, handsome guy everyone compliments today. Even my own relatives almost didn't recognize me. And besides, right now we're standing here in the dark, Miss Bai. You get some good rest, I'm heading back to work. Wait, she spoke up again. What's your name, Ethan Fang? Have you ever used another name before? No, Bianca Bai fell into a long silence. My back instantly broke out in a layer of cold sweat. My real name is Ethan Fang. And later I changed it to Xiaoyu Fang. She lied to me back then. And now I'm lying to her once, so I guess that makes us even. During the summer break of my freshman year of high school, I found a down-and-out Bianca Bai on a street corner. She told me she had no home and no family around her. And I believed every word of it without a single doubt. I naively thought that she, just like me, was another poor soul abandoned by the world when I was a kid. After my parents got divorced, they both started new families and had new kids. But I was the only one they left behind and completely ignored. I was taken in by my aunt and spent years living in her dark, damp basement. Ever since I was little, I was extra well-behaved and mature, all because I knew only by being obedient would I get a full meal. Me and Bianca Bai were two completely different types of people. I was introverted and quiet, and my life was nothing but studying, nothing else. In our sophomore year, we got placed into different classes, and Bianca Bai and I ended up as classmates. No one knew a thing about her family background. There were even rumors going around that she had no parents and was all alone. At school, we acted like complete strangers and never bothered each other. But no one knew that late at night, Bianca Bai would knock on my basement window. I would clear out a tiny spot on the floor and let her sleep on a makeshift bed there for the night. The next morning, before anyone in my aunt's family woke up, she would quietly slip away as if she had never been there at all. Bianca Bai was always skipping class and playing hooky, and her body was always covered in fresh new wounds. Every time I carefully treated her injuries, Xiaoyu Fang, can you be a little gentler? Call me Xiaoyu. Xiaoyu, my classmate. Can you be a little gentler? Xiaoyu is my childhood nickname. It was the name my late grandmother personally gave me, and way more than the name Xiaoyu Fang. I had a soft spot for this gentle nickname, and it was only because it was the name Bianca Bai called me most often. Watching Bianca Bai take shelter at my place night after night, I always subconsciously felt she was even more pitiful and helpless than me. And over time, I started to develop this sweet little illusion. When I forgot my textbook in class and got scolded by the teacher, she would walk from the very back row all the way to the teacher's podium and slam her own textbook down on my desk. Even though I was a guy, I was a late bloomer. So I was skinny and small and often got bullied by kids from other classes. And every time I felt wronged and had no idea what to do, Bianca Bai would always step up and stand right in front of me. He's under my protection. I was stupid enough to think we were saving each other, and it wasn't until later that I finally understood. All of this was nothing but my own wishful thinking. Bianca Bai is an elite second-generation star, with countless mansions and luxury cars in her family and just one pair of her shoes. Could probably buy my entire wardrobe for a whole season. The reason she got close to me was just to use me to piss off her own family. So when exactly did I realize the truth? It was probably around the time that Ethan Liu appeared, and my tangled thoughts were suddenly cut off. After I got back to the soundstage, someone shoved a milk tea into my hand. Ethan Liu was visiting the set again, and he had bought milk tea for absolutely everyone. Look at that. The tall, rich hottie standing next to the film queen, they're a match made in heaven. I looked over toward them, and Bianca Bai had her head tilted, quietly listening to Ethan Liu talking just like everyone else. I was also drawn in by this incredibly gorgeous sight, but suddenly, Bianca Bai seemed to sense something, and her eyes shot straight in my direction. I panicked and lowered my head immediately, not daring to meet her eyes. By the time I looked up again, she had already looked away, as if that brief moment of eye contact was nothing but my own wishful illusion. Bianca, after we wrapped filming, come to Paris with me for a fashion show. His tone and the way he talked was exactly the same as 7 years ago, hadn't changed a bit. I couldn't help but sink back into my memories. Back in high school, me and Bianca Bai had always kept a purely classmate relationship, and it wasn't until the summer after our college entrance exams that we officially started dating. Once we were together, Bianca Bai wasn't passionate, but she wasn't resistant either. She still couldn't squeeze out a single sweet or romantic word, but in certain details, she was an exceptionally qualified girlfriend, thoughtful and attentive, and caring, and in front of other people she always made sure to give me plenty of face. Bianca Bai would never let me come to any of her events or parties, and one time I went to the pool hall looking for her, trying to surprise her, but instead her face went completely stiff, and her voice was full of frustration. "Don't ever come to a place like this again." At the time I didn't overthink it and just wrote it off as her being cold and antisocial. until Ethan Liu showed up and completely shattered my illusion. He was wearing an expensive custom suit, and his hair was perfectly styled, and he burst into my gloomy world like a blinding ray of light. Bianca, why did you come all the way here? I just bought a new Ferrari. Let me take you for a spin, Bianca. Who is this guy? Hi there, I'm Bianca Bai's boyfriend.
Ha, are you kidding me?
How could Bianca possibly be into you? I'm the one who's gonna be her future boyfriend. Our two families arranged our marriage a long time ago, says who? Bianca Bai's face went dark and she shoved Ethan Liu straight out the door. Her voice was firm and left no room for argument. I have never agreed to this engagement. Her explanation was weak and not long after that. Bianca Bai's parents personally came looking for me, and that's when I learned she was a second-generation star. And not just any ordinary second-generation star, her family practically controls over half the entertainment industry. Bianca Bai had a terrible relationship with her parents, so she deliberately transferred from a fancy private school to a regular public high school, and purposely never went home. Her parents were always away, and barely paid any attention to their daughter, so they had no clue what she was up to every day. At the end of that conversation, her dad said to me, Xiaofeng, you probably don't know this, but even though Bianca Bai is a girl, she's incredibly rebellious. The only reason she's with you is to deliberately make us mad. She doesn't actually like you. That kid has pulled this kind of stunt plenty of times before. If you don't believe me, just watch how she treats Ethan. The one she really likes is Ethan. It's just that they grew up together since they were kids, and she hasn't realized her own feelings yet, Xiaofeng. You and us are just not the same kind of people. After that, I realized her dad wasn't lying to me. Even though she said she found him annoying, Bianca Bai had a lot of patience for Ethan Liu. One time, Ethan Liu was just laughing at me for being poor a second ago, and the next second when Bianca Bai showed up, he put on this completely wronged face and said Bianca Xiao Yufeng just said he was gonna hit me. Xiao Yufeng, I told you before, don't mess with him. That was the moment I understood. Bianca Bai wasn't an iron tree that could never bloom, she just wouldn't bloom for me. At the end of August, I accepted Bianca Bai's parents' conditions and went to study abroad with their financial support. Given my circumstances, this might have been the one and only chance I'd ever get to study abroad. The day I left, I told Bianca Bai I wanted to go buy some chocolate. Out of habit, Bianca Bai pulled out her wallet to buy the most expensive kind, but I didn't take it. No need for yours, I'll be right back. I'll wait for you, and then I never came back. Just as Bianca Bai's parents demanded, I left behind that absolutely heartless breakup letter, completely cutting off any hope Bianca Bai had left, and that 3-month limited time first love. Quietly withered away as autumn arrived, I changed my name, and cut off contact with everyone from high school. I was never really memorable back then, and I got bullied by classmates plenty of times. I treasured this hard-earned chance to study, and I learned how to work out and how to dress well. My name and my appearance were both different. And on top of that, Bianca Bai's parents deliberately hid everything, so there was no way she could find me. In her eyes, I was as good as dead. But as for Bianca Bai's news, I actually heard plenty about it. After I left, she decided to retake her exams, and got into the Beijing Film Academy. She debuted, and her star path was smooth sailing. In front of the camera, she was gentle and elegant, and her captivating smile stole the hearts of all her fans. You couldn't see even a trace of the shadow from back then. I guess people change. And I've changed too. The workday was over, and I was so tired, my whole body ached, but my coworker looked like they were on a sugar rush. Whoa, this photo is insanely gorgeous. What a new leaked on-set photo of Bianca Bai. I leaned in to look, and it was a candid photo. That stirred everyone up. Bianca Bai's scene here is running into her ex. Look at the expression in her eyes. It's absolutely divine. Bianca Bai brought the female lead to life. In the photo, Bianca Bai was quietly gazing ahead. Every move she made was elegant and poised, but deep in her eyes burned a crimson flame. Wild and unhinged. And what made my heart race even more was that, at the edge of the photo, just where her gaze fell, the blurred-out figure in the background was me. The next day, filming continued, but something came up with the male lead, and he had to go to the hospital. This was a crucial scene between the two leads, and nobody could afford to delay it. The director was in a panic, and finally decided to find a stand-in first to shoot Bianca Bai's part of the scene. Bianca Bai wanted to personally pick the stand-in. I was standing at the very edge of the crowd, but Bianca Bai's eyes somehow landed right on me. He's the one. I was extremely busy, and the director had no objections at all. He even rushed me to hurry up and change into the male lead's clothes. I only needed to be a back view. But to avoid any slip-ups, the makeup artist still put a little makeup on me. When I stood in front of Bianca Bai, she had a split second of looking completely lost. Bianca Bai asked me if I was really nervous and had never acted before. You don't have to act, just listen. She paused for a second and then added, relax. If you're nervous, your body will get stiff, and it'll look really unnatural on camera. Okay, you can try taking deep breaths to calm down. Thank you, Miss Bai. In a moment, the camera will be on me. You just listen to my lines and that's it. Oh, and one more thing, Bianca Bai didn't keep going. I looked up at her. What else? Where's my chocolate? She said each word deliberately. And a wave of sharpness flickered deep in her eyes, no less intense than it was back then. She slowly reached out her hand. Xiao Yu, it's been 7 years. You should have bought it by now, right? I'm so screwed. That was my very first reaction. Bianca Bai probably recognized me a long time ago. And by coincidence, this scene was also about the female lead pouring her heart out in an emotional confession after reuniting with the male lead. And for a dazed moment, I thought those were the words she wanted to say to me. But how could that even be possible? In real life, Bianca Bai had never said a single romantic word to me. After filming, the director gave me a big thumbs up. Xiaofeng, you've got some real talent for acting. Your eyes were absolutely on point back there. Is there a possibility that both of us were just playing ourselves for the next several scenes? Bianca Bai personally requested me to be her point of contact, and my head was about to explode. Bianca Bai had way too much power and influence, and even the director couldn't afford to cross her. And picking me at a time like this, what else could it be? But payback, I got an exception promotion from assistant to associate director. Bianca Bai's personal associate director, and for 18 hours a day I had to revolve around her. But the stuff I was doing was way more than just associate directing, like when we had to move some heavy props on set. I had barely rolled up my sleeves when Bianca Bai grabbed me. Go buy me a milk tea. And not just milk tea, she ordered a ton of snacks too. Even though we could have just had it delivered, she insisted I personally go and bring it back. But I gotta say, my coworkers were all pretty jealous that I could basically wander around outside on paid time. But after buying all those snacks, Bianca Bai suddenly didn't feel like eating them. After working like this under Bianca Bai for just 1 week, I had actually gained weight. Eventually, even my coworkers started getting curious. Is she purposely buying snacks for you? No way. But she really does spoil you. Bianca Bai is super strict. Her own company is also invested in this film, and every associate director before you got scolded by her. But she has never once chewed you out. That's not true. If she's not torturing me, that's already a win. I denied it flat out. The rumors floating around the set soon reached Ethan Liu's ears. Ethan Liu rushed over in a panic. So you're Bianca's new assistant. I couldn't help but correct him. It's associate director. You're so young, can you even do the job well? Young Master Liu,